Oh, in this short video, I want to share a very simple, practical, but very, very powerful technique for manifesting money. This is using the Kubera Yantra. So, before I get into it, I hope you're all having a fantastic summer, enjoying the beautiful sunlight. This is a great, great time. I feel just so inspired to work on myself more as far as right now, a lot of it is focused on prosperity. And I'm seeing a lot of prosperity miracles coming to me, and part of it has to do with this technique that I'm going to share with you. And so, if you're into trying to manifest money, give this a shot. Now, let me give a little bit of backstory about this Kubera. So, Kubera is considered a divine banker. He's also considered to be like the emperor consciousness, the one who is the money, all the treasury, so to speak. So the story goes that back in the day when Dr. Baha'i, before he became the Saint Brzee, which discovered that sound Brzee and then later in this life revealed it to the world in Mass, he was meditating on the goddess, and he actually tried to get Kubera's consciousness. What happened was he was trying to get Kubera's consciousness, and I think he ended up failing at that particular time, so he dumped it, and he said, I'm just going to go get Shiva's consciousness instead. And he told the story, I forget, sometime a while ago. He ended up getting Shiva's consciousness, which is a supreme spiritual consciousness. And but I think he said something like Shiva came to him and said, "Okay, that's great, but I know you want the Kubera conscious. You want that Kubera because you want to help bring money to people." And so I think Shiva inspired him to do that again. And so he ended up getting the Kubera consciousness, and the resulting of this ended up culminating in getting this Brzee mantra. So this Kubera is very much connected to money and bringing prosperity. Very, very important archetype. And so there's a yantra. Now there's different types of Kubera yantras. There is one in particular for with numbers on it. So there's 9 numbers. I have it in front of me. I don't have the physical yantra. Actually, I'm doing this technique. I just have an image that I found on Google Images, just Kubera yantra on Google. Then you go to the image tab and you'll see these different yantras. There's 9 numbers on it. I'll post a link in the description of this video where you can find the yantra. And if I don't post it in time and you want to go ahead and check it out. So the 9 numbers, the technique is very simple. You go through the numbers. First, you start from left to right on the top row. So you have 27, 20, 25, left to right. 22, 24, 26, left to right. 23, 28, 21. And then you go back to the top and you go column by column starting from left to right. 27, 22, 23, 20, 24, 28, 25, 26, 21. So the technique is, this is given by Dr. Ply, is you start going from left to right horizontally. So you say 27 9 times. You close your eyes and you say 27 9 times to yourself. Then you go to 20, you'll say that 9 times to yourself. And I'll put a link in the description of this video where you can watch a video of how to do this posted by one of Dr. Ply's students. The channel is called Shreem Adhikata. It's all one word. Shreem Adhikata Kubera Yantra Technique is something you can Google or YouTube as well if I don't post a link in time. Check it out. It's very, very simple. I've been doing this technique. Some of the experiences I've been having is, and I'll show you also a little bit more how I use this technique real quick before I get into experiences. I have a vision board. So what I've been doing is I've broken up key areas of my life and I've created positive present moment affirmation or declarations, as in not I want to have this money. I have this money. I have this. So I have a series of them. One of the sections in this, I have a digital notebook, is for money. That is also a relationship. There's some health. And so what I've done is I have a series of these declarations, and I have gone on Google, and I've just researched different images that inspire me that represent, for example, money. I have pictures of cars. I have a picture of a private plane, yacht. I have pictures of stacks of money. I have a picture of a particular dollar amount that I want. I also have a picture of Kubera's yantra and the Brzee yantra. And I go through, and what I've been doing is I do the Kubera yantra technique first, and then I'll go and read all the declarations. And even as I'm doing, this is getting to experiences now, even as I'm doing the actual number technique, I feel so elevated so quickly. Like you can actually if you're sensitive, and even if you're not, I can tangibly feel the shift in my consciousness. I feel so empowered when I do it. And so it really, really does work. I can feel already Now, let me tell you about one of the miracles that has happened so far with this prosperity miracles. I mentioned there's so many miracles. One of them is this. I was talking to my mother last week, and we were just catching up with each other, and she mentioned something about the VA, which is the Veterans Association. I am currently receiving money from them for a certain disability that I had received while I was in Iraq. I was in an explosion. I almost lost my lower right leg. Long story short, I'm receiving a medical disability pay from them for the injuries. Now, recently, the VA has increased their dollar amounts for this, and also I've been steadily increasing the level of percentage. So you go from 10 to 100%. Each increment is 10%. I've managed to get up to a very, very high percent. I'm going for a highest percent. And my mom and I were talking about this, and I was telling her, yeah, I was trying to get a hold of people who are this DAV, who help veterans like me work through the VA to get this set up. They hadn't been answering their phones for over a month. Their email, also, they weren't responding to emails. I couldn't get a hold of them. I don't know what was going on. And I was talking to my mom, and I was giving her an update about this. I forgot how it came up in the conversation. She said something. I said, you know what? I'm gonna go and it had been weeks since I tried. I'm gonna go try to get a hold of them, and on Monday. So today's Monday, and I called them this morning, and lo and behold, wouldn't you know it, they answered the phone. They answered the phone. Not only that, she had time to talk to me for like 20 minutes. And what I had found out basically is I am more than qualified to get the next level of pay percentage. All I have to do is go through these simple steps that we had identified on the call. And long story short, it's going to be almost double what I am currently receiving from the VA. Because of what just happened, I'm going to be receiving almost double of and it's a significant amount of money, which is going to help me do something else, which I'm not going to share yet. I hope to make a video about that very, very soon, but it's a major, major life change that I'm very, very excited about, and I hope to be able to share it with you as an inspiration. So, in summary, looking for little edges to help you make money. This is a really, really powerful, this Kubera technique and this vision board. Let me give you a quick backstory on that because it's also significant that may inspire you. I was at this place called Powell's Bookstore. It's a very famous bookstore. It's in Portland. It's famous because it is a full city square block and like 3 or 4 stories tall of all books. It's like a massive, it's not a library because you can buy the books, but I treat it like a library. I go there and I read stuff, and sometimes I go there and I'm just drawn to books like that need to talk to me. Like it's information coming from whatever about areas of my life that I'm working on. So the other day I went in there and I was saying I want to figure out way to make money fast. What is but it has to be simple, fast, and a lot of money. So I go and I wander around and I end up in this aisle and I look up and there's a book. It's jumping out to me. It's just highlighted for some reason, and it's in the prosperity section of Powell's. I pull it down. I randomly flip to a page, and it's this woman who wrote the book is talking about all these ways of people have made money miraculously, miracles. And one of the ways that really draw what my attention was this vision board. This couple had made this vision board, this whole backstory about how they went out. And there were several stories, in fact, about this vision board, how they find pictures and like this. And I had already created what I call Thought Matrix, which is a notebook of present tense declarations. And I have gotten that down to the point where I had literally memorized an entire page. I can recite it from memory because I had refined it. I had kept optimized it. That didn't sound right. I want to change this. I want to add this. And I had just done that so many times that I finally got to the point where I was very happy with it. This vision board was like the next step, because part of this vision board was this technology of what they call imaging. Taking not just the thought and the feeling, but also putting pictures to the experience of having that. And so this vision board and she was talking about imaging, and this vision board is a technology to use imaging. So I started getting into this vision board. I heard it before, and this is the first time I really tried it seriously. And I have to say, I've had miracles in money since doing this. I've also had some miracles in relationship. And it just seems like it's the next step for this whole process of culminating of this manifestation of all these things that I've been working on. So I hope this helps. Try the Kubera technique. You can do it in about 60 seconds or less. I just do it real fast. I don't really do crazy. I'm just doing each number, and as I'm doing each number, my mind's empty, and it's just that number. If you don't know about numerology, that's a really deep dive. Just You go look up at it, but know that it's numbers are very, very powerful. Numbers are everything. Numbers run everything. So when you're programming these numbers into your mind, you're programming software of emperor consciousness, abundant, abundant money. Wishing the best. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. God bless.